Hi, everyone. Thank you for bringing me into your world today to talk a little bit about the five-star award-winning book, Johnny and Jazzbo. I tell you what, this true story runs the gamut. It is loaded with adventure, danger, suspense, even murder, drama, comedy, and of course, romance. Sure to keep you on the edge from beginning to end. As one of the endorsements on the back of the book states, it is side-splittingly funny at times and heart-wrenching at others.
This true story of historical events is an inspiring lesson on forgiveness, friendship, hope, and a testament to what's possible with grace, kindness, and courage. It is indeed a compelling and powerful true story about two young Southern men of opposite color facing an evil that has no color other than the bloodshed stains left behind by hate, greed, and ignorance. Both raised in the backwoods of Northwest Florida, they each had this insatiable, untamed desire to never be poor again,
Bringing them together on the journey of realization and self-discovery. Better yet, for these two, it was more like a journey through the school of hard knocks. Now, the book begins in 1961 on the uninhabitable frozen continent of Antarctica aboard the icebreaker USS Glacier. It was called Operation Deep Freeze. After bravely defying death and heroically surviving historic explorations during 2 tours of deep freeze, 28-year-old Dr. Johnny Savage makes historical discoveries. He even has a glacier named after him, all before leaving the United States Navy and returning home to civilian life. He moves to Atlanta during one of the most turbulent, historic times in the history of Georgia, where everyone's lives were influenced in some way by the Civil Rights Movement, Vietnam War, the Cold War, political assassinations, the space age, and of course, the beginning of free love, drugs, and rock and roll.
So, it was in Atlanta where Johnny Savage and Otis Eichner together begin this profound and politically charged adventure. Johnny builds a successful dental practice, hires Otis Eichner as a houseboy, and through bold and progressive moves is elected into the Georgia legislature as a Republican in the Democratic state of Georgia. Working with political powerhouses such as Barry Goldwater, Lester Maddox, Jimmy Carter, a young Newt Gingrich, and the Martin Luther King family, he quickly builds a popular reputation among voters as a non-politician and a power to be reckoned with, bringing changes, fresh ideas, and innovative policies to the floor that benefited every citizen in Atlanta, including the Black community. Even the Atlanta Constitution headline news wrote, "Never go against the savage, a non-politician, politician." Now, as Johnny's career flourishes, he soon discovers that his devoted, self-educated houseboy's aspirations to become successful were the same as Johnny's, but society had not allowed the same opportunities for Otis. So, what does Johnny do? Johnny takes matters into his own hands, which was bound to have consequences. Jeopardizing his entire professional and political career, Johnny forges a high school diploma for Otis to obtain a dental hygienist degree,
and becomes America's first black male dental hygienist. One of my favorite parts in the book regarding Otis's desire to become a dental hygienist was Johnny's reaction. It was right at the same time Lester Maddox became the newly appointed governor of Georgia. It goes like this. Shaking his head, Johnny leaned back with his hands resting behind his head. Well, hell, if a high school dropout such as the likes of Lester Maddox can be governor of Georgia, I don't see why you, Otis Eichner, who never had an opportunity to receive a high school diploma, can't be a dental hygienist.
Now, fast forward to the era of the 70s, where Otis began to establish himself in a professional career, supported by Johnny, of course. Not only that,
Otis was also drawn into Johnny's elite circle of friends, gaining financial and social opportunities as he climbed that ladder of success. And with his good looks and athletic ability, he became an avid water skier and snow ski instructor, among other athletic feats, traveling the world with Johnny and friends.
Not to mention, on many occasions, Otis was known to entertain blonde-haired beauties behind closed doors. However, not everyone accepted Otis into Johnny's world, including his new bride. And that was only the beginning of Johnny's troubles. It didn't take long before overtly racist professional and political colleagues blackballed Johnny's career, threatening his and Otis's lives while encountering dangerous confrontations with unsavory characters and white supremacy groups. In one of many instances, Johnny's closest friend's lake house was burned to the ground after Otis was invited to water ski on the all-white lake. And oh, wait until you read what happens when the Georgia Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan shows up at Johnny's dental office to have Otis clean his teeth. On another occasion, fingers point to Otis after a local murder takes place, leaving both Johnny and Otis scathed but not yet defeated.
Throughout the book, the Savage-Eichner duo continues to encounter multifarious incidences and threats, leaving them with hidden secrets that could destroy both their lives. But the key here to their survival is how they worked even the worst of situations to their benefit. It was with wit, fortitude, cunning humor, and compassion that Johnny and Otis fought to right the wrong in their lives, no matter the cost. Never giving up, these two young mavericks managed to find success, love, marriage, heartache, death, and murder following them as they brilliantly and at times hilariously trend their way towards an unpredictable destiny in a legendary way. This book is a must-read. Go on Amazon.com and order yours today.